now. Alright, so I am back once again with V
Hey.
and Nix.
Hello.
And we have game 2. You just won as Takeshi versus Gar. This is versus Ann, and we're switching over to Voco and Anya. And my first question. So, who played version 3, Voco?
I did not.
Define playing. I have played one game as Vegetable Voco, and I can confirm that he's not a character.
I'm still not sure this is a character.
Voco? 100%.
Before Voco's a finisher.
Do you think Voco do you think V3 Voco is worse than Borneo and Judo in V4?
I'd
Yes,
have to look.
Yes.
Right? Because I think so too. And
I'm pretty sure Borneo can easily defeat V3 Voco. Voco doesn't hit.
Correct.
Voco never hits.
Yeah.
He will never hit with his styles. And so what V4 did was just give him his ulti way of hit the board, and V2 doesn't have that, so he never hit.
Yeah, V3 Voco is as bad as you've heard.
Worse.
Oh, this was very possible. I saw someone. Voco was the character that you picked when you had just taught someone how to play, like just barely, and you played it against like the second game, right? So they have no idea what they're doing, and that's the only way you can win Voco.
Even then, it's a balanced matchup. Because Voco is really bad. Even right, he places himself into positions where he cannot hit
all the time.
Right? That was. I mean, he has bin range and he has advances. You do the math.
But they don't work very well together.
You know, because you advance into range 1 and then how do I get out?
Yeah.
Or just advance. just advance you out of range 1. It doesn't work on that.
Yeah, Voco used to be a mean character, and now he's still a mean character, but he's actually, like, usable.
He's always a mean character if you realize why he's a mean character.
So
he looks okay.
Anya, on the other hand, I haven't played a lot, so I think it was probably my second least favorite character from Wanderers after Kenny. When I think of Anya, the only thing I really think is she has ignore guard on one style that matters, and that is literally the only thing I can remember.
She has the ability to fly and screw with your max range.
Yeah, but when she flies, she's like vulnerable or whatever, right? Yeah,
that's right.
Not great.
Her prio is not that bad.
Her prio is Karen.
3 times per week.
Right? Isn't she just Karen?
She's dive, man. She could dive girl. Yeah, she's Karen. Karen with better range?
Yeah, Karen with
possible.
No, but with better range.
Better range, but you don't have claws.
But and you don't have as many effects like Karen has to manipulate.
You have full moon on all of your styles. All of your styles are full moon. They all have movement, range, speed, power, conditional power, shenanigans happening depending on the board state.
Yeah, I am.
They're all full moon.
And it all looks like drive. Drive.
Yeah, it's all drive.
When Nick said it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna call Anya for now until the rest of life. She's drive girl, right? Everything is a drive.
It's all fast. No stun guard. Not very fast.
Some of these have.
There's a little bit of stuff on the grounded styles, but not much.
One of these has +3.
Oh yeah, right.
And yeah, it's a matter of whether you want to be a somewhat decent combatant or whether you want to fly and get bonuses to some mobility and so forth. So
it's also about to get as many power bonuses as possible by stacking triggers.
Okay, so before we go into this part, V, tell me about Voco, I have a weird thing that I was thinking. I want you to tell me why it's either correct or incorrect.
Mhm.
It feels like Voco's first three turns, as someone who plays a lot of Magdalena, remind me of Maggie, where I'm not doing anything irrelevant. All I'm doing is not dying and setting up until I am relevant.
It's a little better than that. So, Voco's first beat is almost always set up. Voco does have an actual good option in Hellraising Shot, and any sensible opponent will not let him do it. So, following that, Voco's first beat options are all very bad. There's things like Metal Drive, Thunderous Drive. Those can be clashed. Metal Dodge, which can also be clashed. So you're basically making a gamble because all those options that I just mentioned are unsafe on Clash, like very unsafe. And
Sure.
then you lose beat one, and you have virtually nothing to show for it. That's why in later tournament matches I started favoring. I think it was Hellraising Dodge beat one because I get one zombie, I corner myself, and I put the zombie either directly in front of me in space 6 here, or I put it in space 5, and that allows me to start mixing things up with Thunder Grasp, maybe a Shred. It gives me the beginnings of a monster. You can do things there. So starting from even beat 2, you can start to approach being a functional character.
Okay, so
So it's
you have Monster Shot too, right? That doesn't seem bad. The +1 Sun Guard seems relevant.
which beat?
With beat one,
Like B1.
Beat
it's
it.
stunned easily by everything.
Yeah, it's only 3 guard. You get 3 zombies off of it in positions that are not necessarily relevant. It's an okay option, but you
Your
probably
other
don't
stuff
want to play
sucks.
monster beat 1. You have better things to do with monster in later beats when it can give you armor and movement.
And most likely the opponent's going to play something expensive. It's beat
Yeah.
one. It's usually when people are at the strongest. Right?
Yeah,
Like people
so
will try to deal some damage.
by default, your opponent is going to try to play something that beats Hellshot. And to do that, all you have to do is get additional range on your drive, or just play a shot at +1 power.
It just cover burst.
Hellraising is basically burst. And yeah. So
Man, this strike against putting this strike down seems weird for exactly that reason. In discard.
Oh, because Anya is drive girl. You want drive shots and
yeah,
dodge.
Anya doesn't have to strike on this beat because, again, if you can get +1 power on a shot or a drive, you're already there. +1 range on a drive, but Anya can do that. And anyway, my question was actually kick in discards, and discard one at that.
Yeah, that seems a bit weird to me. Kick is a pretty good base.
It's the drive.
No.
In this matchup, you definitely dodge.
Who dodges?
Right, otherwise, you put dodge in this card. That's Anya.
Yeah.
Discard one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you definitely dodge against, or you don't dodge against Voco beat one because you have everything to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of the matchup in general, though, this is like Anya's a brawler. She gets in your face. She brawls. Voco is the very definition of what I call the cheater archetype, in that he's going to be bad at Battlecon until the last beat, much like Magdalena.
I love all. I want a book. I want a book of V-isms. Of your archetypes, V, because that no, that's great. That's exactly. That's how I feel about Magdalena. My favorite part about playing Magdalena is she doesn't play Battlecon like everybody else. She and Voco is the same way, right? Playing. You're not playing Pentagram or base Pentagram Battlecon, right? We're playing do What? Yeah. We're not doing that. We're doing our own thing that's wildly different and has its own unique set of problems. And so it doesn't feel like playing any other character, you know?
I would point out that pentagrams would be on brand for Voco. But yeah, I can go over that line of thought later. So what is Voco playing the speeds? Because I don't remember. I'm not old enough
One of the
to watch
options you
that.
said, and then Anya plays a style drive.
I would.
I don't remember. Can anyone remember Anya's styles? That'll do.
Yes.
Justice, Liftoff.
Diving is the one that has ignore guard on it if they're flying.
Yes.
Okay.
Dive kick. How could I forget that?
But they're all dive kick.
Well, kick's
Sorry.
right there in the discards.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
It's just dive.
Drive girl is all dive kicks. Got it. This is
So-
dive
It
kick.
is also dive girl, to be fair.
I
Yeah.
want to say Voco.
Dive kick the character.
Voco.
Like if I were playing this right now, I would probably consider dropping Hellraising Strike. That's probably a terrible move, but depending on how much she advances, it might hit. And otherwise, I get 3 zombies on the board.
I would
Nope,
definitely
it's
metal dodge because she's never playing at 3 prior because Anya is addicted to 5 priority, 5 and 4.
I might have Thunderous
and
Drive.
so
What about Thunderous Drive?
clashes and you lose the clash.
Thunder Drive is 5. And there we go.
Okay, so we did do a metal dodge versus some version of.
It's is that Liftoff Grasp?
Is that what that is?
Yep.
Orange. Is that orange? Or is it yellow?
That is orange.
Orange. Orange is Justice.
Okay. There we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it has
Anya's
the.
So Anna's teaching me how to play and helping me get another zombie on the board because, as we can attest, even by the end of the tournament, I didn't know how to play Battlecon.
Huh?
At some point, I completely lost my ability to do basic math, so I'm always grateful for the help.
Everyone forgets how to do basic math.
V, have you ever
I mean,
seen?
otherwise, Battlecon games would have banned would just be Clash Chain after Clash Chain.
Bring back BCO.
I was just gonna say, have you ever seen me play BCO? It's like, hey, I was winning, and then I did not do a Battlecon. All right, so all of a sudden,
let's just put this pair out and see what happens.
So this position's not so bad, and
Correct.
it's the question of whether I try to make space or whether I try to contest. In this particular matchup, Voco doesn't have to care so much about setting up for the finisher because any hit will cause Flying Anya to not fly.
right.
So I can just
I
throw
was
the cast bear.
thinking, and I haven't played enough Anya to really know. Do we? How often do we need to like become flying on our own? You know, like can we just play our whole game grounded? Because I think we can.
Yes.
You can. You lose out on mobility when you do so, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you do it for triggers. You don't do it for -1 range effect.
Yeah.
Some triggers make her flying. Some triggers
I think.
Get power if she's flying. Then ground her. That's why you fly. You don't fly for the range. They just
especially in this matchup.
Meaningless.
Right.
Yeah. In this matchup, you're never gonna make Voco miss.
Right, and that's why I'm thinking.
And the mid-range helps him.
Correct.
If anything, yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, outside of I want to get the ignore guard on diving at some point. Outside of that, even though, yeah. So outside of that, can we just stay grounded if we're on you like the entire game? You know, I think we.
I mean,
just
you
about the
could.
styles.
Again, the major issue with doing so is that you lose out on some advancing, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a started beat, which
And
is
if
fine.
Voco zones you, then you want to have that movement. Also, you really don't want to get zoned
Correct.
because at range, Voco kind of
Functions.
So
Alright,
yeah, I'm not. This is a hard one for me because I don't know when to pull the trigger on activating the course. Do you just pull it possibly every turn?
it it's definitely style dependent here. I think this is going to be an armor style, in which case, if it's monster in particular, you might.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say style as in playing style. At least from what I've seen on Vi playing.
All right, so
Voco,
Hellburst.
you basically never.
Okay,
Chorus.
so that's a credible move on Voco's part because you get the armor and then you also retreat again.
Mhm. The only problem is Anya can easily cover that, but I think Mal would drive, and so she's not gonna play another drive.
There we go.
Speaking of, dodge is okay, but
Okay, so this is dodge is fine, sure. But now this is what I wanted to. This is where I struggle with Voco. We now
welcome to the
we
company.
have all zombies, right? That means
Yep.
that we have we're Burgundy right now. What?
We have 7 zombies. We're bringing team with 2. Okay.
I mean, yes, we're hitting no matter what, right? What does when do you decide? How do you decide what to do here, right? Are you just going like this is how what's you don't have to worry about hit confirm, right?
That's right.
You still shouldn't
So
worry about
you're
hit confirm.
so you have a few options here. Thunderous is an attractive one because it pushes Anya back. You can activate Chorus if you want or don't. So Thunderous Drive goes at 5. You can hit. You can move her to 5 range, and that's without activating the Chorus. So unless you play Shot, you win. And specifically a shot with a before movement. And if you're going to do that, hell, keep the zombies. Do the same thing next speed with Abyssal Shred. There you go.
Now, for Abyssal, for Shred, you have to pull the chorus, right?
That's right. And the cool thing about Abyssal Shred in particular is that you get 5 zombies back on the board.
Place it. Okay. Yes, that is.
Why
Actually
5?
good. Because you get
You
3
get 3 off
from
of Shred,
Shred,
and you get 2
yeah.
from Abyssal.
And
It assumes you're not in the corner, which after Thunder's Drive you won't be.
Oh, okay.
and then it
Okay,
gets you
I'll
to
And it
free
has
push
push
one.
1, which even better.
That's actually
So
really good. Oh, and it's 5.
yeah. So I think those are my next 2 beats right there. And with Grasp down, there's not necessarily a lot that Anya can do about it.
Nope, Dive Girl cannot go super fast.
What you do here is play the thing that makes you retreat, and then fly to dodge the Thunderous Drive. I know you don't dodge against Voco, but you spend hours
You,
on
you dump the
the drive.
zombies.
Yeah.
Then again, in that position, I would just choose not to hit and let you
Really?
stay at 5 range. Yeah.
Oh, but what if she can hit back?
Okay.
Okay, so hold
Because then
on.
she's at 5 range.
What are my? What she doesn't have. So we have nothing. None of these do anything, so we would have to burst if we want to retreat as Anya. Is that right?
You've got the cards in front of you.
Yeah, that's advance or retreat one. Does that get us in? No. How? Oh, man, this character's so awkward.
In order to avoid Thunderous Drive, she would either need to get to 2 range before I move or go to the corner.
Oh, she doesn't have liftoff. Okay.
She has
I was thinking lift off.
she has +2/+1 styles, and she does have a drive, right? So we can get there. It's just not great. She can actually get into min range, right?
With what?
So
Does she have a start movement?
yeah, kick has start optional flying, advance or retreat one.
She needs more than that.
It also has an after optional advance or retreat one if you're still flying.
Is it Prio 4?
Yes.
Yes.
That's not good enough.
She has
Thunder's
a
Drive is 5.
but she has
But she can just play something.
Yeah, diving kick as well because she'll get the +1. In which case it would be a clash, right? And then we have our own drive.
Yeah.
You can shred.
I'm pretty sure she loses the clash chain.
I think. Oh, you have shred.
You can't win the clash chain because. So.
Yeah. Yikes! I think she is
Yeah, especially since Voca's not striking, not driving, he's not even moving closer. So you're just like at range 6.
Not only is Voco not necessarily moving closer, he's actually pushing Anya away this beat.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming this is Thunder's Drive, which, I mean, who knows what I play these days.
It's Thunder's something. Thunder's is basically facing.
It's okay. Is it possible? I guess it's not possible for flying to screw us up. Wow, flying is very bad against the chorus.
Flying's not very good in general.
No, I would agree.
Sometimes it's very effective. But usually you just do it. You just do it for the triggers.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a. It doesn't necessarily work with a melee character unless they have like 0 to 1 as their only range modifier on their styles.
Well, it works in certain positions where like being one space away it makes all the difference.
Yeah, but
that would always be the situation.
Yeah, in general, cutting away the opponent's max range on a melee-focused character is an interesting design decision.
True. But it's supposed to be evasion, right?
Supposed to be what?
She's supposed to evade attacks.
Yeah.
But in truth, she just like beats people up.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, it's a really threatening.
We're going flying.
In theory, it's a really threatening effect to have, but maybe not on this character.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't just zone them. It has to be
switch
and Thunder Shred.
Switch
kick.
Yo, what? I am. Hold on. Why is it? Hold on. Why are we switching? Am I wrong?
I think this is a dodge.
No, I think that she's actually going to switch her finishers, and this was because Sundowner Dropkick is actually going to be better now that she sees that this is going to be a range game. Is this the right beat to do that?
I almost say you know what? I think if that is true, then yeah, I actually think it is. We're not going to win this beat, right? We've talked about this on a previous one. We're not going to win this beat anyway. So do something relevant. If you're that confident, you're not going to win, right? That you've done it and you're like, I'm pretty close to dead to rights, unless there's magical, 2% out or whatever happens, etc. Fine. Then just do the switch, get the extra force.
Yeah, I think that I agree.
You can do +1 prio and just clash.
Sure, but you're not winning the clash chain.
Contested the clash chain.
Because now
it's definitely better than getting shredded.
I would agree with that. I would not have done it here. That's why, and I guess that is why I am surprised. Yeah,
because that's really sometimes you have to just play.
Like, I'm okay with losing the. I mean, maybe getting shredded is. It can't possibly be okay, actually.
It's not okay.
It's never okay.
Because he gets the
Yeah. Yikes. I mean, I guess.
So we're just not in a good position.
Yeah, the dodge versus Hellraising burst was very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like you know how in the final match I said that Eliza lost the game against Korra on beat 1? This is
Yes.
almost what it feels like, where that move right there may as well make the rest of the game, etc., etc.
I know how Anne feels. I have made so many of these that like everyone will tell you they're learning opportunities, etc., but they all feel the
Yeah.
worst. Like
Yeah.
your face goes hot and red. It's just it's terrible. I know
Yeah,
that feels so bad.
and that's honestly a large part of why I took so long on so many of my games, because I was trying to avoid that
Yeah.
in as many ways as I could, and in the end, it still happened anyway.
I in a game, my first game with Anne that happened, I was for whatever reason I was actually nervous about playing Battlecon. And I played a lot of Battlecon, right? And I've lost. It's not like anybody has some weird idea that I'm good, right? Like I am. All my flaws are always on display. But it wasn't until after that game and after like that I felt a lot better about how I was playing just by not being that anymore. Because it's like, oh, I lost it out of the way, blah blah blah. But that's why I recommend people show their gameplay and have it critiqued because that's literally how you learn. Nothing is faster than getting crushed.
Assuming that it's something that's assuming that it's something that you can learn from.
Oh yes, that is true.
Sometimes it's just pointing to the very first thing you did and saying, "Don't do that."
Yeah, but you like
And
hopefully you
you
only need to
probably
learn that
could have
once.
figured that one out on your own.
Eh,
And
you say that,
this,
but it's not true, right? Like you didn't figure it out on your own because you did it.
no, I mean after the fact.
Oh yeah, sure. But I mean, I
All right. Hey, it's Abyssal
abyssal.
Grasp.
Yeah, this
So,
is. I
Anya
don't know
is
if this
actually going
is.
to move out of the way here.
How
And the
I wanted
problem is that,
to. Yeah, that's abyssal grasp.
yep.
I,
So that's 3 to 5 range. That hits all of the spaces that you see there that have zombies.
correct. Okay, so the thought here being, even if we don't hit, which we won't. But even this burst is not great. We're
Yeah, this burst causes a miss, but it also pushes Anya even further back.
I hate to keep bringing up because we're not playing Maggie, but I hate to keep bringing Maggie up. In this situation, if I was Maggie, like you dodge in and you get hit, and
Can't dodge.
Can't dodge.
well, I guess what I'm saying is that you make sure that you progress forward even if you're not hitting, because if you go to max range,
I
you will lose the
do
game.
orange advances 1 or 2.
Yeah. So but I would not
Technically,
have
you just
burst.
end up in the same space.
Yeah,
Abyssal.
Maggie would actually safety here,
Yeah, I would safety.
Yeah.
and then advance 3.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So would a safety grasp? Yeah, probably.
So I see something.
Safety trash.
But the point being that there are plenty of times where you can avoid the attack that's coming, but in doing so will lose you the game. And you'll see that
But
against like
the problem is like you're not Maggie. You don't have safety.
Yep,
You don't actually have a way to get back.
that's right.
If this wasn't grasp, it's survive. Even like shot, you can
that's
strike, but that doesn't actually help against the
All right.
grasp.
And just tell me what my cards say again. Okay.
wait, what? How come you don't have?
Hmm?
Shouldn't you have? Oh, 3 to 5. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the same place we were last beat,
Yeah.
except
With one more zombie.
that Anya has dodge back. I don't remember what Voco got back, but it's probably something decent. It was Hellburst.
It was
So
probably something decent.
Hellraising
like
shot.
Voco can play Switch Burst here. Oh, wait, don't do that because that's slow. Thunderous is down.
Play
I don't know. This can be a strike beat. Yeah.
A metal
A,
strike?
a metal strike.
Metal strike doesn't seem good because Anya can advance into range 2.
Where you hit.
But monster strike will work.
Monster strike. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
so
No, not metal.
Getting caught in this in the Voco blender. Just tough, man.
and the nice thing is that it's an economy of zombies. Like, all of the zombies that I put out there, even if they weren't there last beat, I could have put them there with that one move, with Abyssal Grasp. So, it's nice when it works.
Rip.
If this has a chance of working.
I mixed up all their cards. I have to now figure out whose is what. You'd think
Anya
I'd be
is
better
now
at
wearing
this.
Kamina glasses.
Okay, so it's
Anya's
orange.
drive kicks are now powered by spiral energy.
Yes. I think this is at 3 times speed. There we go.
You can't even tell. And that's way faster than normal.
Alright.
Alright.
It's
whoa, it
monster
is
drive.
It's
drive.
a clash.
Okay, I
Was
see
that
that.
intentional?
Probably. Because
I
what
love
else?
the
What else?
faith you have in old you.
Hmm?
I just snap. Yes, probably. I love that faith. Yes, I was that good then.
Well, it makes sense when you see that Anya is using shot.
Oh no,
Because
I'm
there
not joking.
probably
I'm telling you the truth. I think you're like, yeah, no, I did that. I like it.
I mean, I said Monster Strike earlier, but seeing that it clashes, okay, this is a better move. Because now I don't know if Anya can hit.
I don't think
She cannot. She cannot.
right?
It's very
I
easy.
think she's done.
Did she play shot? Yes. If so, she cannot hit if you clash it. Simple as that.
Yes, it's a 3 prio on both sides.
Yep, she is in fact in trouble.
In fact, she cannot hit anyway.
Hmm?
Yeah.
This doesn't.
Oh,
The shot
that
doesn't
doesn't
hit.
have an advance. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't hit. That never hits. That is
Did she
green,
go
right?
flying?
I'm looking at. No.
She is grounded.
Huh.
She played diving. Diving doesn't actually move.
That is diving. That is weird.
That is weird.
Was she expecting you to come in? Oh,
It's certainly an option with something like that.
diving. Yeah, diving
But
had
alive.
shanty stunt. No. Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, because metal dive stuns.
Yeah, I have no
Oh,
idea
yeah,
what
that
was.
actually hits.
You're both trying to clash each other. I mean, this might be just a case of
That
you
is.
both thought diving had range.
Oof.
But you play shot and she has nothing, so can't even clash it.
I don't think.
Kicks down, burst is down. Dodge is
Yeah.
not going to help.
Yeah.
So.
Unclashable, undodgeable.
Yeah.
And
Rip.
strike will strike is unclashable here.
Strike misses.
No, it doesn't.
We have course.
Yeah. I mean, okay. But why? Why spend cards when you can just shot? It
For
misses if you
damage.
If you dodge, but the dodge is.
Maybe dodges backward.
Wait.
And there we are.
Oh, was she flying? I'm confused. Why did?
No,
Yeah.
she's not flying. I
Okay.
just spent 4 because I can get it back.
So
This
she didn't
is
strike
not
and still
a
spent.
Did I?
this is not a matchup where I feel that I have to stop coverage all the time.
Okay. Let's. She needs her drive back. Do your drive back.
I'm going to pull my
I
own
don't think
drive
Vi
back.
could hear.
Or I might remember it after this beat. So I might not be playing drive this beat.
That would be so awkward.
I've seen that like too many times.
It would be very awkward, especially if I play metal dodge.
You're just gonna play Metal Dodge, aren't you?
I should be analyzing this to find out what your plans are. This is actually interesting. You don't have zombies out. And all I can see is that drive there, and I'm like, pick it up, V! Pick it up!
Nope, got my hand right over it.
No!
It does not
Your
matter.
cursor's
It's really
right
hard to see
there.
it because when you clash, you just remove the drive from your zone, like from your vision.
Yeah, that's how I do it too.
You can't see it again. Just only on cleanup where you go check if you have a clashed base. You go, oh,
Oh no!
Hey, it's
not
a
again.
kill dodge.
Did we finish her?
No,
No.
this is another 6K.
Oh man. We've decided that we actually did want to be.
Look at that, losing position. The Anya way.
So advance retreat 2.
Yeah.
And put a zombie wherever.
I wonder where.
And yeah, I don't know where I would put the zombie actually.
I have
On
no
Anya,
idea.
so you can turn to it.
Monsters down, so it's not going to space 6. Space 4 is as good as any.
Now at space 4 or space 7 turns on Turndulas. And Turndulas is like your main sub.
That was a weird beat. Pick up your drive.
The
Pick up
vibe,
your
the
drive.
vibe is still there.
Oh my god, pick up your drive.
You're just never gonna play dive again.
I might not be playing drive this beat.
Oh,
Alright,
V.
so on this beat, because the zombie is under Anya, I necessarily care about, like, I effectively have 1 to 3 range.
Yeah.
You know, there's an interesting question
Especially
actually.
if I play drive.
I wonder if we wanted to actually put the zombie directly in front of us.
For what?
Because
For mid range? No.
it would be great.
It doesn't actually matter.
But if we're playing against
So
Drive Girl,
Just be faster than drive.
well, how we don't
yeah,
even have our
basically.
drive.
Like how
Turndulas to grasp.
we can play Abyssal Grasp.
Yeah,
Abyssal Grasp hits at this range. She can dodge, I guess.
It's not bad. It's
And
pretty
if
bad
she
because she can
dodges,
move
then
out
I
of the
get 3
way.
more zombies.
She can dodge out of the way, and pretty sure she can also hit you.
If she dodges
She'll
out
be
of the way, I
faster.
get 3 more zombies
Yeah.
and not much
She
changes.
can lift off.
Let's just be real
Grasp
clear.
for 1 damage.
She needs to do a lot of things, but continuing to dodge with a 10 life deficit at beat 7, having not hit my opponent, is not one of them. We need to do some damage.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my cards and I notice I have 3 bases, and you'd think eventually I would catch on.
Did we figure it out yet?
Nope.
You're hovering right in between them too. Look, see it?
No, I am busy looking at her cards. Oh, she's set her cards. Time to stress.
Power anti.
She's anti power.
Or prio power.
I am not. I flip my zombie. It's Metal Strike. That's What am I doing?
Missing?
No,
that
doesn't
still
miss.
hits.
That still hits.
Why?
Because it's got advanced 1 on it. And
Because
so
of the
range
zombie
2.
in the
Yeah, but
forest.
like,
Wait.
orange style has
Unless she
text on it.
advances 1.
Sure. Well, I mean,
If she
Does
advances
it say
2, you
before?
still miss.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, if she advances 2, you'll still
Okay.
hit.
No. Right? Because she pulls.
With grasp, probably not.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That was
Oh,
such an awkward sign.
How? If she advances 2, she pulls. I don't move. Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine for both players.
Alright. And then not a whole lot happens.
She gets his vibe back. No?
Oh man.
Okay.
We don't need it anyway.
Could you imagine if that was just an
Did I take 4
accidental
damage
flex?
that beat? Oh, yes, that's fine.
I was
Go on.
wondering why you took 5, and then it looks like you fixed it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Voco just look for.
Oh, I can't stop looking at me. Because you know what? Like,
So I
how-
might not be driving this beat either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a hunch.
Allegedly, I'm good at this game.
You know, I was
Despite
actually
many
just thinking.
indications otherwise. I see my hand right there, but I am looking at the zombies and how they aren't stacked up properly and how that's bothering me so much. And I'm completely missing the drive directly under it.
Oh my god.
The
We're
light is
so
also
close.
stacked on the zombies.
We're so close.
On the bright side, I will probably not drive this beat for real.
Yeah, that's true.
Hellraiser
This
is
beat-
basically face up.
Hell Raising Burst is fine. Monster is not terrible. Because
Look, all you did it.
God's in his heaven and all is right in the world.
So that was 2 beats, right? Or was it 3?
It was 3 beats of a drive that you just were like, I don't need that base.
2 beats if you don't count this one.
And you're still winning by a lot.
But yeah, you didn't need to play. Drive is
Well, I
actually
mean,
better
in
than
fairness,
playing.
I don't have to drive because Anya does it for me.
This is true, actually.
So, Monster Strike is probably not going to happen. Monster Grasp can happen, but it's kind of a waste. So, Hell Raising is not available. So, Thunderous is an very
Thunderous is
good
weird.
option here.
So
Thunderous misses here.
Well, Thunderous Burst
Yeah,
could
Thunderous
theoretically.
misses in almost all cases.
What?
Thunderous
Thunderous
Burst.
beats everything. You
It-
corner
it's
yourself?
not a great
No, it's not.
like.
It doesn't hit.
Yeah,
Well,
this might very well be. Actually, this might very well be Monster Drive. I might be driving this beat.
What? What is happening?
Wait, no, don't Monster Drive. Monster
Oh my god!
Grasp.
I mean, she's good at drive.
No, Monster Shot. Do it. That's 1 armor, 3 guard. It hits pretty much all the things. Gets me lots of
Yeah,
zombies. That's the answer.
Yeah. I would still Hellraiser Burst.
Isn't
I can't
Hellraising
Hellraising.
down? Yeah, Hellraising's down.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. That is done.
Switch
Hey,
Grasp.
Switch Grasp. Which
Yeah, I think it's fine.
was this calculated? I don't know anymore.
Oh, it had to have been.
Although Switch Grasp isn't.
You're not-
Grasp
It
isn't
is.
bad here.
This is
because
calculated for
if
sure.
it moves, then I hit her anyway.
No, this is calculated. I was just looking at switch pairs to see what clashes, and I'm like, oh, you clash all the +1 drives.
Yeah, and that's the only thing she plays because it's she doesn't play anything else.
And not only that, but Thunderous is off the table anyway. And Abyssal is also a bad move. So, okay, I dig this.
No, it's a great play actually.
I like how you would consider this. You were part of you said
Voco actually legitimately has reasons to play Switch.
Yes.
and they have to do with this one range. Okay.
That
Stop
So-
seems
dodging.
fine.
Move there.
Please.
Put another zombie there.
Every time Anya has dodged, I have felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
All of her dodges have been
And-
terrible. Oh no! Are you both just gonna leave him there? Okay, then you're. Wait!
Is it the drive?
Oh,
She still
okay,
has drive.
good. Okay,
Yeah, she's playing drive.
right. There's no way Anya's gonna live without it. She'll notice drive is gone.
She'll not. She's with them, okay? Like,
Alright,
you want to clash your drives. You can...
Hey, I like Rifflin.
is this Abyssal Grasp again?
I think this is Thunderous Grasp.
Um,
But yeah, Abyssal
Thunderous
Grasp
Grasp
works as well.
is unclashable.
Yeah.
Yeah, both work. Thunderous will put Anya all the way in the other side of the room. Abyssal gets more zombies out.
I
Either
guess
one works.
Thunderous Grasp
Thunder-
loses
I'll
to Burst. You don't want to lose to Burst because
That's true.
meh.
If she has it before advance.
She doesn't, but she has range. So.
Thunderous Grasp.
She also just
2-3.
has like flying ability.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, if
that's
she does a flying, you would have to use the chorus, which I mean I think you're fine with, but oh wow, hold on.
Yeah,
Does
it's
flying affect
great
your
for
zombie
range.
placement? Yes, it
No.
does.
Yes, it would.
I doubt that comes up. It
If
probably should, but I doubt it
did,
has been.
then she's only been flying once so far, and I think that was the beat where I hit with the course anyway.
Yep. You already
But
have
yeah,
it
I
locked
never-
in. What do you got?
No, she's been flying at least twice. On the switch kick speeds.
I just want this. I want this to be like Justice Strike flying.
Justice is down, I think.
Oh.
Is Thunder Shred, which is a clash against Drive.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
The only reason, I mean, Shed is okay. Yeah, Shed's okay.
It's
He
not
just plays
bad.
zombies. Just plays random zombies. Random places. Yeah.
You can even play Shred with one zombie, because Thunderous is still in easy 4 damage at 5 prio. And then you get 3 zombies.
I mean, it's not 4 damage. Because Shed doesn't work without 5 zombies. Right?
Oh, without some
okay.
zombies.
I guess you just know.
Yeah, it's just on a zombie.
It does, but it doesn't have enough. It does. It's just only 2 damage.
3.
So 2 with Thunderous.
Yep.
It's 3 damage because course is +1.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is not 4.
we just sent you
So,
to the Stone Age. You should have more zombies. Should you not? Should you not have more
I
zombies
should have
now?
what?
More zombies? No.
No. Thunderous Grasp hits all the spaces that already have
never mind.
zombies.
This is.
now you shred for just disrespect. She can't hit you this beat.
If she can't hit you, I was wondering something similar. It's like switch shred, gain force, play zombies.
Now you Abyssal Shot.
This maze Abyssal Shot? Hell, do Hell Racing Shot. It doesn't matter in this case. Abyssal.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Abyssal
Hell
has
Racing is better
push.
if she plays.
Oh yeah.
Style, she can dodge the Abyssal Shot, and that's just a risk that you don't want to take.
Well, she can't dodge.
Orange drive.
She doesn't have dodge.
No, she has orange drive to get
Drive,
under your
right.
min range, right? For Abyssal Shot.
In which case I play zombies.
Yep.
Okay.
Stop playing kick.
Hey, it's Abyssal Shot.
Yeah, it's okay. Please stop playing kick. Please.
All right,
Look,
so
orange
I have
dive.
so much range.
And that's orange dive is basically what she's gonna play. Right? It's 4 prio, attack that doesn't hit and advances a bunch.
Yup.
And I don't know what time
And I should get his zombies on board. There we are.
Really confused.
All right.
Well, he has a push on Abyssal, but. Oh yeah, so she
My push should have come at one.
because she didn't play. She
Okay.
didn't play
Event?
Justice.
What?
She didn't play Justice.
She didn't play Justice?
No, she played Roundhouse.
What?
Yeah. What?
Stop.
So
This is another switch kick.
Yes.
this beat is guaranteed lethal with X Strike, I believe. Like Monster
Yeah.
Strike auto wins at this point.
Yes.
What's her finisher do?
Sundowner Dropkick actually does connect at 6 prio. I think it's just a big hit.
It has just a big thing. It's landslide punch without the landslide.
Landslide punch. What is that? Whose
That's
finisher is
Pendrus, I
landslide?
believe.
And
Nobody-
finisher.
I know more about Anya than Pendrus. Nobody knows about Pendrus.
It's just a.
Someone actually
It's actually the
won a tournament
same
with Pendrus.
finisher.
Pendrus is actually
It's
pretty
just
good.
that
But
was really good, and landslide punch was bad finisher. That was buffed, and it's
I'm
actually
pretty sure
better
that it's
than.
just Monster Strike on my side.
I think it has to be. I mean, it's just. I think you're right. It's just X Strike, right?
It's just a second.
Monster Strikes in particular, because that will stop. That will stop me from being stunned. I would have probably 1 armor and one additional guard on it, if not 2 armor.
Yeah.
Sure. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because it's like.
Yay, anti-power. And we're ready to go, probably.
Let's see. Metal, sure.
Metal Strike.
I think it's fine.
Nope.
Metal works as well.
Core issue for 1200.
All right. As
I think you were right.
was-
This was a one-sided match.
Yeah, and I didn't get enough information to really understand what sort of power level Anya has from this. So,
really?
at some point in the future, I would like to.
I think she made some mistakes.
This is a bad.
Right. I think Anne made some mistakes, but I also some of it felt predetermined, right?
I think like the beats that Anne
right.
was not making predetermined, but pretty much every time they were given a chance,
correct.
It was just like switch, kick, a dodge, which are horrible plays for current and future positioning. So you can't just blame for that.
Yeah, I normally tell newer
because,
players
like,
to dodge more, and I actually think she needs to dodge less here, right? Like you need
I
to
think
hit
it's just
them.
not familiar with the matchup, not familiar with Voco. Because dodging so much, not just going at him every beat.
The other thing is that Anya's a melee.
Hold on, Mix. Say that.
Anya's a melee focused character. Unfocused character, so she shouldn't be dodging unless she's doing it for positioning or unless she expects to be alpha struck. Otherwise, she should be the one attacking and making Voco do the dodging.
Yeah, and I fall into that trap of like now dodging too often. But we really need to get like a head. If we're the brawler character, right? We really need to get ahead earlier than we did. And not even ahead, but maybe we can't really afford to trade, but every time that we had movement and positioning as Anya, we went the wrong way, right? It was the bad spot.
Yeah. Anya's goal is to be a harpy and just chase after the opponent and not let up. If you know you're not going to hit, you need to advance as far as possible. Because the thing with zoners is that once they put you in the zone, sorry Marco, sorry Zach, then it's very, very hard to escape it.
Yep.
And that's why this is a bad matchup for Anya in particular.
Oh, it's like playing against Rook.
It's extra bad because you can't just force misses by having the -1 range, since Voco just bypasses it.
Yeah, this
Voco,
is
of course,
a
also
very
does
bad
have a
matchup.
low range.
To be fair, that is 100% true. I would imagine that like one of the things that Anya should have in her kit that she was using and kind of wasn't able to, I would think, is stuff like range 4 shots flying to make their range 4 shots turn off, you know, or bursts and their bursts or their 0 to 1 drives miss. And none of that came into play this matchup, which we talked about at the beginning about maybe we don't fly ever.
Well, during this matchup in particular, all of the things that you just mentioned are bad ideas against Voco, because Voco moves anyway.
Yeah. Well, V, Mix, I appreciate you both doing commentary. Any closing thoughts on this set?
Thank you. No, I think we've covered most everything.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah, thank you for having us.